Learn how to make this easy tote bag for beginners out of this old pair of ugly jeans I thrifted from the Goodwill. Just ahead, that easy tote bag for beginners. Hi friends, Tracy here from the Sewing Channel. Evidently, Forbes magazine says for 2020, tie-dye bleaching is totally on trend. Now I know you want to learn how to do that, right? Now I've tie-dyed before, but I've never tie-dyed bleached before. This particular video right here is about how to construct this bag right here. If you want to learn how to tie-dye like you see here on this bag, that video you can click at the end of this video. So that way you'll have all the ins and outs on how to bleach tie-dye and how to make this awesome tote bag right here, which you will see me all summer long using this tote bag. Let's get busy and do this. I bought this ugly pair of jeans at the Goodwill because it had a lot of really good denim material to it, and I knew it would come in handy for a project. It's going to make a lovely tote bag, don't you think? Can't you just see it? I do go into a bit more detail on how I cut these jeans up. It's in my bleaching tie-dye video, and that's at the end, so you can go ahead and click that. Be sure and watch it. I knew I wanted both back pockets to be in my tote bag design, so I made sure that I cut enough fabric around that in order to get what I needed. Here, I'm just making sure that everything is squared up perfectly. Nobody wants a crooked tote bag. If you don't want to skip a beat for this video, stop it, scroll to the end, and click my tie-dyeing with bleach video, and then come back to this. And just like magic, we are all set to make this bag. For the straps, you will need 2 pieces at 36 inch in length and 2.5 inch wide. The 2 main pieces of fabric are 14 inch by 16 inch, and you'll need 2. Since the front and the back are identical, I went ahead and did the one first because I wanted to show you what it looks like as an end result before I actually show you how to do it. The inside of that strap is actually an opened up seam where the seam allowance was. That straight stitching that you see right there, that's to help tack down that seam allowance. Now let's take our strap and we're going to put wrong sides together and sew a straight stitch all the way down, just like you see that I've done here. After the straight stitch is in there, I want you to go ahead and open up that seam allowance. Open it up, and then we are going to give it a really good hot steam press all the way down, just as you see me do here. Keep opening it and keep ironing it flat. The strap is probably the most time-consuming on this tote bag. Taking your time on this step will be worth it in the end because we will get that real nice frayed edge all along the inside. It will add so much interest to our tote bag. When everything is nicely pressed, just go ahead and snip off any of the really long frayed edges, but don't snip them all off. Your strap should look like this. Now I'm going to put about 4 lines of straight stitching just at the top separately at the top of my strap, just like that. And that's going to help keep those seam allowances down. But it will still be able to fray, and that's exactly what I want. We are going to place our straps on one side of the bag now. What's nice about having the pocket there is I'm using it as a guide to where I want to place my strap. When you go around to clip the other side of the strap, be sure that the strap is not twisted. It can be easily twisted, so be careful there. Once you have your straps where you want them, go ahead to the other piece and I want you to match them up. It's crucial that our straps are exactly the same in length. Otherwise, one will fall off while the other one stays up on our shoulder, and we don't want that. So this is how I make sure that everything is even. With right sides together, because that's how the bag's going to end up, I'm going to hold the very top of the bag there, and I'm going to, with my hand, pull where we sewed those 4 straight stitches right there at the very top, and I'm going to pull with my finger to make sure that that area right there is dead on even. Then take it to the sewing machine and make that rectangle box with the X in the middle. Sewing this design is really easy and it only takes a couple extra minutes but puts a great finish on the bag. It's just mostly a bunch of turning, really. The biggest thing you have to worry about with this design is just being sure to turn it at the right point to make the X. Otherwise, the X will be sort of off, but it's okay. It'll be fine if it is. It should look something like this. With right sides together, match everything up best you can at this point, and then you are going to pin it everywhere. We don't want this to shift because remember, we're leaving the outside raw edge, so we want everything to match up as best as we can anyways. Now using a straight stitch on your sewing machine, go down one side, across the bottom, and up the other side. Take out all the pins, and then you, my friend, have a tote bag that is totally on trend for this summer. Let me know in the comments below. Would you carry this bag? Would you be on trend for this summer? Let me know in the comments. This bag actually was one of the easiest tote bags I've ever made. Having that pocket already there made things a ton easier. Also, not having to worry about any seams was crazy easy. I mean, come on. Wrong sides together, one stitch around, easy peasy. Until next time on the Sewing Channel, take care.